Very good morning, class. Today's we discuss the MCQ in the teaching aptitude unit, and the questions are like this: negative criticism as an element of the classroom communication will lead to. Everybody will answer because this question has already been asked, and this was the last question of yesterday's class. जल्दी से बताएंगे what is the right answer here. बहुत ही सुंदर. Yes, everybody is answering. That's I want. That's I want. Very good. BCD is the right answer. ठीक है, यानी it means external this is justification, defensiveness and demotivations, right? This is what the D. Remember this short trick. These all are the mnemonics. These all are the mnemonics to remember. This D means negative, right? D means negative, demotivate, right? That is what defensiveness and this all are negative criticism. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. चलिए, now next questions, new questions are here. That in the digital era there is a fear that classroom communication may result in. जल्दी से बताइए, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट और लवली क्वेश्चंस है. इन द डिजिटल एरा के टाइम पे देयर इज अ फियर, एक डर होता है कि क्लासरूम कम्युनिकेशन में रिजल्ट इन, जो क्लासरूम में हम कम्युनिकेशंस करते हैं and between the teachers and the student, and that may result in, or among the student also, the whole classroom. Here it is saying that what about in the digital era? Passive adaptations, B, quick adaptations, stimulation and overstimulations. Very important questions. अगर आप एक बार कर लेंगे तो कभी नहीं भूलेंगे. You will not forget the answer, right? जल्दी से बताएंगे what is the right answer. Yes, who is saying AD? चलिए जल्दी से आंसर कीजिए. I want answer from the everybody. You should not wait. Yes, everybody is answering, right? Most of the answers is in the options towards the D, right? Very good. D. How will it be D? Overstimulations. What it means by the overstimulation? Overstimulation होता क्या है? आप डिजिटल में हैं, for an example, you are searching a topic, right? You are searching a topic in the internet. And you are getting lots of the information, abundant of the informations you are getting on a single topic. You are very much tense that on which site we should refer, on which content I should take, on which content I should adopt, right? So this is what the overstimulations means, overloaded with the informations, right? Very difficult to choose that which content should I take, from where content should I take, right? You are very much confused in the digital era. This is what the fear basically when I go for the topics in the internet, the lots of abundant informations, overloaded with the informations came in front of us, and that it is very much difficult to choose, right? Which will be right and which will not be right, right? Which matches our topic and which not, right? It is very much that here it is saying, see, overstimulation, this is sensory overloaded, right? When your senses are just completely overloaded with the informations, making difficult or sometimes near impossible to fully process the informations you are receiving, right? So this is what the overloaded type of the informations, or you can say that is abundant of the information in front of you and making it difficult to fully process the informations you are receiving. This is the fear in the digital era, and I think everybody is suffering from that, right? Am I right or not? Everybody, when any content you search on the internet, abundant and overloaded of information in front of you, right? So it is very confuse you. It makes you difficult to choose which one should I take or which one should I adopt. So this is what about the overstimulations. Okay, chaliye next. Which among the following is the best advantage of choice-based credit system? CBCS, very important and lovely term, CBCS, choice-based credit system. चलिए जल्दी से बताइएगा कौन सा चॉइस बेस्ड क्रेडिट सिस्टम का बेस्ट एडवांटेज है. व्हाट द बेस्ट एडवांटेज ऑफ, आपने सीबीसीएस का elective classes लिया होगा, elective subject लिया होगा. That is what the choice based, it depends upon you that you have taken the subjects and you will study. So this is what the advantage basically that you have to tell among the following options. Then options are in front of you. जल्दी से बताइए what the right answer. Everybody, 10 seconds are very less to give answer. It is in the quick revisions basically, but somehow will manage. चलिए जल्दी से बताइए. Yes, yes, great, very good. Chaliye. So A is the right answer. It means majority of the answering definitely is the right answer. So shift in the focus from the teacher centric to the student centric, right? It is the choice based credit system is the student centric, right? It depends upon the students and how which subject they are choosing, right? And that if they are looking interest that yes I will learn this subject, it is very much important and relevant to my interest, definitely that is what the choice of the students, right, towards the selecting the subject. And this is what the student centric, this is not the teacher centric. It has been shifted from teacher to the student, and this is what the right answer towards the choice based credit system. Okay, yes, very good. चलिए बहुत ही सुंदर. Next, suppose as a teacher, you are training your students in the public speaking, right? Understand, suppose as a teacher, you are training your students in the public speaking and the debate. Which among the following is the most difficult to develop among the students? कौन सा ऐसा following options में से एक options है that becomes very much difficult to develop among the students, right? When you are training your students in the public speaking as well as in the debate. जल्दी से बताएंगे what is the right answer. So options are control over the emotions, concept formulations, and using selecting appropriate language, and D, voice modulations. Everybody answer. What is the right answer? जल्दी से बताइएगा क्या है right answer. I have stopped the timer because timer disturbs you to select the appropriate answer. चलिए जल्दी से बताइए. Yes, Rekha is answering B. B बता रहे हैं. चलिए जल्दी से. और what about the others? What about the others? Everybody will participate in that. Nobody will miss these questions. Okay? चलिए बहुत ही सुंदर. Everybody is trying. सब लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं, अपनी अपनी बेस्ट देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, देखिए ये सबसे पहले एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक्स से हम लेकर चलते हैं. ये डिबेट है. ठीक है, डिबेट. डिबेट में वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशंस का काम नहीं होता है. दैट देयर इज द सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज कम्स इन द डिबेट, राइट? Subject knowledge comes in the debate. So that is what it is not very much difficult to develop among the student voice modulation. Voice modulation can be done through the practicing. Okay, it is not much necessary. Okay, so this will not be using selecting appropriate language. This also that appropriate language can easily be understood. It is not most difficult, right, to develop among the students during the public speaking and all. Okay, so this is what also it is not much. Now the thing is that concept formulation, if you are a teacher and you are not able to clear the concept of the any topic in the among the students, so what it to become a teacher, right? So concept formulation is not also a thing. It is very easy, and you can have through the activities and all you can develop these things, right? So what about these terms in the debate and the public speaking? There is no role over it. There is no role over in this public speaking and debate. Okay, so this also will not. Controlling over the emotions among the students become difficult, right, in the public speaking as well as in the debate, right? Sometimes they become aggressive in the debate, right? Sometimes they become aggressive in the debate, and sometimes they lot of the emotions like the right, for an example I have taken in the explanations as well, I think so, because here you will see that feeling such in a way that to completing a task like बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. ओवरकम इमोशंस को आपके जैसे एंग्री हो गया, राइट, या फिर सैडनेस, राइट, सैडनेस, राइट. One of the thing that I'm looking over the sadness and some like tensed, right, tensed भी. In some of the video you will see the tensed faces, right? Basically the in what about the night classes, 9 o'clock classes every day, that sometimes there is a work and sometimes there is a heavy of the tasks that I used to be assigned. So basically sometimes you will see my tensed faces in the video lectures at 9 o'clock. Okay, so that is what, that is not the fresh faces, because throughout the day that it has been lot of the task has been assigned, and that so it looks like sometimes everybody जल्दी से बताएंगे कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है क्या it sometimes that I am tensed in during the lectures I'm not happy because facial expressions are very much important when you are giving some lectures on a topic it becomes very important to because that is also yes Gaurav say yes it is no चलिए but at 9 o'clock class you will see sometimes tensed faces okay because that throughout the day and it is the after dinner that we take the classes and them sleepy faces are there right so sometimes we can face but we'll try and work on that we'll improve on that okay so don't worry for that okay but morning phase is very energetic phase, right? Because you wake up and take the classes, right? This is very much energetic. So we will take a lot of advantage in the paper one as well as the paper two of the evening classes also. The second one, the classes of the 9 o'clock, little bit, it may become tensed, okay? So don't worry for that. We'll work on that more. So what is about here the emotions? Emotions you cannot control, right? Emotions you cannot control about the sadness, right? Sadness or you may say that like for an example angry okay then lots of the emotions are there that you cannot control among the students right so आप language के लिए you can be strict in the language you can be strict in the any of the task that you have assigned to your students but controlling over the emotions in each of the students because each and every students having its own emotions अपना अपना nature से and that sometimes we might have seen during the prayer also right everybody is thinking something like different right lot of the videos has been viral during the prayer that students are doing something else okay so this is what the emotions basically okay am I clear jaldi se batayenge it is make you to understood better everybody yes great chaliye all right now questions here among the following which one is not an instructional material इनमें से कौन सा इंस्ट्रक्शनल मटेरियल नहीं है बहुत ही लाजवाब क्वेश्चन है आपको बताना चाहिए कि इंस्ट्रक्शनल मटेरियल जो टीचर्स यूज करता है the teachers which use the instructional material in which of the among the following is not appropriate that can be instructional material but appropriate okay that audio podcast YouTube video printed study material overhead projectors everybody jaldi se batayenge what is the right answer here that it is not an instructional material what would be the answer appropriate nowadays it's the time of the digital era right it's the time of the digital era and you don't think that audio podcast system is there right audio podcast is also a strong instructional material in the digital era okay YouTube video is as well okay lots of the that is what the instructional material to learn the things from there right so printed study guide also right they provide the materials in the study guide for an example that what we here describing we are providing the video lectures so we are providing you the in the form of audio also that you are able to hear here right then only if I mute my lectures if I mute how will you hear that by looking over the faces you cannot understand the topic right so that is audio becomes important so when I will podcast the audio to our platforms that also been an instructional material when I will upload the videos and on the platform the YouTube that will also become the instructional material that is YouTube similarly as the printed study material is also an instructional material but overhead projector is not as much here appropriate among the following options in the form of instructional material so what will be the answer everybody jaldi se bataiye kya hoga right answer I have told jaldi se what is the right answer here yes very good that's great it means you are listening very carefully yes that's the right answer that is D D जो है आपका right answer है overhead projectors is not an instructional material right so and all this above A B C it is a instructional material चलिए बहुत ही सुंदर next which among the following reflects best the quality of teacher in a classroom इनमें से कौन सा जो ऑप्शंस है जो टीचर के होने का बेस्ट क्वालिटी को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है एक क्लासरूम में जल्दी से बताएंगे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस है सो ऑप्शंस आर थ्रू द यूज ऑफ मेनी टीचिंग एड्स इन द क्लासरूम, जब क्लासरूम में बहुत सारी टीचिंग एड्स को यूज करेंगे तब आपकी बेस्ट क्वालिटी मानी जाएगी। बी, थ्रू द क्वालिटी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आस्क्ड बाय द स्टूडेंट्स इन द क्लासरूम, जब क्लासरूम में स्टूडेंट्स जब अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे उससे पता चलेगा आपका बेस्ट क्वालिटी। या फिर थ्रू द फुल अटेंडेंस इन द क्लासेस, क्लासरूम जब क्लासरूम में फुल अटेंडेंस हो, या फिर थ्रू ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ साइलेंस बाय द स्टूडेंट्स इन क्लासरूम, या क्लासरूम में स्टूडेंट्स की साइलेंस के ऑब्जर्वेशन से पता चलेगा। जल्दी से बताइए व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर, वेरी लवेबल क्वेश्चंस। Yes, great. I was expecting that answer. Yahini, what about you? You was answering A. Do you think that using the teaching aids in the classroom, I will use the Zoom classes, I will use the gadgets like the Apple, right? So that the best quality of the teacher it will represent? No, it's not like that. No, teaching ads, I will use such a lot of quality like the microphone I will use, the quality of the platform I will use. It doesn't mean that the best quality of the teacher we have, right? So here it is, the quality of questions asked by the students in the classroom is the right answer. When you will ask the questions, the label of the question which you have asked, the label of the questions will decide that I have taught the topic effectively or not. This will decide my teaching quality. Okay. So level of the questions, that is what the quality of the question asked by the students to the teacher in the classroom will decide the best quality of the teaching. Okay. Understood, Salis and Yaini? As well as the Gaurav? Everybody, jaldi se batayenge. The name I have taken, please answers that. Have you understood or not? Or should I repeat it again? Yes. Great. One more, Shailesh has also done wrong. Shailesh, what about you? Jaldi se bataiye what is the right answer here? That is B. B is the right answer, right? Very good. चलिए बहुत ही सुंदर. Now, see the question. A question is here. Which among the following is the best field of study? Best field of study. Here it is asking about the field. Best field of study to improve the ability of students experiment and analyze. जल्दी से बताइए, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर है. स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक क्वेश्चंस इज बेसिकली हियर. स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक क्वेश्चंस, नॉट द टीचर सेंट्रिक क्वेश्चंस. ओके, everybody. So now the options are history, language. Okay, understood. You have gone through the PYQ questions. Very good, Ritika. That I want from the everybody. You should go through the PYQ, right? When I'm discussing the MCQ classes, you should go through the PYQ. Okay, chaliye. You should expect that what type of question will I ask in the today's class. Then you can decide that what type of question can be asked in the UGC-NET exam. Okay, चलिए. नो, इट्स द राइट आंसर. इट इज साइंस. साइंस में एक्सपेरिमेंट बहुत होते हैं. लैब में जाओ, बायोलॉजी लैब, फिजिक्स लैब, केमिस्ट्री लैब, एक्सपेरिमेंट ही एक्सपेरिमेंट एनालाइज करो, रिएक्शंस देखो, राइट? स्टूडेंट्स के लिए सबसे बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग है अगर आप उसकी नॉलेज की एबिलिटी देखनी है, एक्सपेरिमेंट की एबिलिटी देखनी है, उनकी मेंटल एबिलिटी देखनी है, दैट्स द बेस्ट स्टडी, दैट साइंस स्टडी. Definitely, that exactly you will come to know that their ability to of grasping the knowledge is best or not, right? So that is what the science study is, only that improve the ability of students experiment and analyze. That is the best. Okay, चलिए बहुत ही सुंदर. Now चलिए कोई बात नहीं. सी एक आई वाज टेलिंग वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर. चलिए एक चीज मैं बता रहा था आपको कि if you can expect, listen very carefully, if you can expect that what type of question can be asked in the Ranjan sir classes, so that expectations will also lead towards to think that what type of question can be asked in the UGC-NET exam. Understand? So that you should expect that what type of questions can be asked in today's class, right? सो आपको पहले से प्रिपेयर करना है. यू शुड प्रिपेयर बिफोर और प्रायर ऑफ द क्लासेस. ओके, so that is what you should do, practice of this. Okay, like the Ritika was doing, right? Ritika has answered before questions. It means they have worked prior, that yes, science is the best study to improve. It means they have worked earlier, so you should also work before coming to the classes, right? So that if you expect, definitely your expectations will lead towards to think that what type of question can be framed in the UGC-NET exam and they will ask. Okay, चलिए, अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, जल्दी से बताएंगे क्या समझ में आया हम जो कहना चाह रहे थे. यस, ओके, ग्रेट, वेरी गुड. चलिए, इन ए क्लासरूम टीचर एंड स्टूडेंट यूज सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट इश्यूज टू जज. क्लासरूम के अंदर टीचर और स्टूडेंट दोनों जो है दैट यूज सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट इश्यूज. सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट मीन्स अपना इंटरेस्ट. सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट इश्यूज टू जज व्हाट. Options are their acceptability, uncritical dispositions, negative reinforcement of the ideas, external non-verbal cues. Answer fast. In a classroom, teachers and students use self-interest issues to judge. Yes, very good. Very good answer. Yes, great, great. So right answer, yes, absolutely. Everybody has answered correctly. बहुत ही सुंदर. So right answer जो है आपका क्या है? A, acceptability. किसी चीज को स्वीकार करना, right? Yes, this is my work and I have done it, right? So that if you are accepting all these things, this is what in yourself, this is what about the self acceptability, right? So self-interest issues to judge their acceptability, right? How much you are accepting that things, that will mix the self-interest. Okay, so like for an example, अगर आपको हिस्ट्री में इंटरेस्ट है, if you are very much having the interest in the history subject, right? And that is what, that should be the acceptability, that I know the history, you can ask anything from, right? Because that is my self-interest subjects, right? So that is the self-interest issues to judge their acceptability, as well as it is applied for the both, as well as teacher and the students also. They both use self-interest issues to judge the acceptability. Okay, chaliye. Next here, variables that affect the information processing in a classroom are. आपको बताना इन सारे वेरिएबल्स में से दैट वेरिएबल्स दैट अफेक्ट द इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेसिंग इन अ क्लासरूम. क्लासरूम की बात की गई, ध्यान रखिएगा, क्लासरूम के ही बात की गई. इन ए क्लासरूम, एक क्लासरूम में इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेसिंग को अफेक्ट करने वाला वेरिएबल्स कौन कौन से हैं. सो ऑप्शंस आर दिस. जल्दी से बताइए, व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? Everybody. Only 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3. I told here the four variables are the correct answers. 4 variables will be there. Chaliye. So let's check here. Information processing, right? It is true that perceptions levels that affect our information processing. What perception I have towards that subject, towards the topic, towards the teacher, towards the student, towards anything, that perceptions level decide our information processing, right? That information will process in our mind, and that whatever the perceptions about anything that you have taken in your mind, that will decide. Okay, that will affect. So variables that affect the information processing are perceptions level will be the right one. Okay, after that, learned habits is also among that. The learned habit also is affecting the information processing. So 1 and 2 will be there. Learning habits, what is the learning habit? Learned habit in you, right? That will also affect the information processing. If we're not like your presence of mind always go somewhere, right? You are not in the classes, right? You are in the classes, but your mind is not in the classes. So that is what, this is not a learned habit. Learned habit basically that affects the information processing. It will understand the, it will make the understand of the topic. Okay, so that is learned habits also. The third, it is here attitudes, belief and values. It will also supports the information processing in the classroom. It will also supports the information classes in the classroom. Yes, Archana Rajagopal has answered. Yes, I was looking over the answers that who will correct, right? So Rekha has also answered well. Attitudes, belief and values, that will also affect. Attitudes be, belief be or values be. These will also affect the information processing in the classroom. And also the selectivity factor. Selectivity factor will also that which content you are selecting to process the informations, right? Yes. So selectivity factor, it is also important. Which content you are selecting to grasp in the mind, right? To grasp the things. Okay. So selectivity factor, it is very much important. So here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 is the correct answer. So institutional intervention will not be, because here it is asked in the classroom, not institutions. So institutions interventions will not affect the information processing. If the here it is classroom interventions, then definitely we can think over it. But here it is institution, so it is the outside of our topic. Market expectation is also, it is our out of the topic, because here we are discussing about the classroom, right? And we are discussing about the students, right? How is on the students, which variables will affect in the information processing. So here the right answers will be the perfect labels, learned habits, attitude, beliefs and values and selective factor. Okay, so right answer it is this. Now let's check here that whether I am right or not. चलिए, ये A, B, C and D. So what is the right answer? जल्दी से बताएंगे क्या है right answer after the options. Yes, great, very good. Yes, you have listened very carefully. So I'll everybody answer, because it will keep in your mind. It will be in your subconscious mind. You will not be able to forget these questions. Okay, Charlie, very good. That's great. That's great. चलिए लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, जल्दी से बताएंगे. In the list given below, identify those key teaching behaviors which have been observed to the contribute to the effectiveness. Everybody, ये सारे लिस्ट दिए गए हैं, आपको बताना है वो teaching behaviors which have been observed to be contributive to effectiveness. Teaching behaviors, जल्दी से बताएंगे. Everybody answer. Identify those key teaching behaviors which have been observed to be contributing to the effectiveness. Yes, चलिए इसका भी आंसर डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. Lesson clarity. Yes, lesson clarity will contribute to the effectiveness teaching. Okay. Teacher task. Yes, 1, 3, 4. Very good. Yahini has answered here. Teacher task orientation as well as student success rate will also affect. This is also right. So and also चलिए, so 1 हमने बता दिया. अब चलिए जल्दी से बताएंगे, आप लोग बताएंगे. एक लास्ट ऑप्शंस बचा हुआ है, जल्दी से एवरीबॉडी. लास्ट बचा हुआ है 1, 3 and 4. आई हैव टोल्ड यू. यस, 1, 3, 4 and नो स्टूडेंट आइडिया से टीचिंग की बिहेवियर से कैसे पता? स्टूडेंट के आइडिया से नहीं, स्टूडेंट के आइडिया से टीचिंग बिहेवियर से ऑब्जर्व नहीं होता. इट इज द हेयर राइट इंस्ट्रक्शनल वेराइटी. ठीक है, इंस्ट्रक्शनल वेराइटी क्या है? अलग अलग वेराइटी से आप क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं. कभी टीचिंग मेथड्स हमने पीपीटी ले लिया, कभी वीडियो लेक्चर हमने यूट्यूब खोल दिया, कभी हमने कुछ एक्टिविटीज करा लिया. तो इंस्ट्रक्शनल वेराइटी ऑल्सो दिस टीचिंग बिहेवियर्स बेसिकली दैट ऑब्जर्व टू बी द कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टुवर्ड्स द इफेक्टिवनेस. राइट, ये इफेक्टिव लेकर आएगा, स्टूडेंट सक्सेस रेट इफेक्टिव लेकर आएगा. राइट, द जेआरएफ सक्सेस रेट, net success rate, this will bring the effectiveness in the teachings. Okay, teacher task orientations and as well as the lesson clarity, subject clarity, that will decide the effectiveness of the teaching behaviors. Okay, चलिए राइट आंसर जो है आपका First, third, fourth, and fifth is the right answer. Chaliye. Hope you have enjoyed the classes. This was an interesting one. I also love these classes. So, what about you? Just give us a feedback.